Hi there, I'm Dr. Jennifer Kaster, and I'm one of the naturopathic doctors at Balance Point Health Center. And I just wanted to pop on and congratulate you on taking this step to help your health and to move forward with how you're feeling in 2021. Making changes to your food routine is such an important part of feeling healthy and feeling well on all levels. And it's especially important for that digestive system, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. In my practice, I focus a lot on digestive health and food sensitivities. And food sensitivities can show up in so many different ways for people. Sometimes people are experiencing a lot of gas and bloating, maybe diarrhea is happening. Sometimes it could be constipation. For other people, it could be affecting a different area of the body. Maybe they're getting headaches. Some people have skin issues, so rashes might be showing up. Acne can be a result of foods not serving us well. So many different things can be presented from the body when our food isn't being a good benefit to us at that time. Something else I see often is excess mucus being produced. So whether that's nasally, being congested up top or congested in that respiratory tract. And for women, it can also be excess mucus or excess congestion in the vaginal area. So many different ways those food sensitivities can present themselves to us. And so for myself, this was a really important part of my health history. I wasn't feeling very well when I was at a young age, and we found out that food was the trigger for my digestive upset. And I was running to the bathroom frequently, spending hours just not feeling well. And this went on for quite some time. And so I learned that there was foods that I needed to take out of my food routine to be able to settle that digestive system down, allow it to have time to heal, and reduce that irritation that was being created. And so food sensitivities can be triggered by lots of different things. For myself, I truly believe that it was from a stress that I experienced the year previous to the symptoms showing up. The stress was a really big emotional stress for me that really affected me physically. And so other triggers can happen that can cause food sensitivities to occur. And essentially what's happening in that digestive tract is we have all these cells lining the digestive tract, and they should be sitting nice and tight together. And when we experience a stress or another type of trigger that irritates that digestive system, these cells start to separate. And when we have that separation, now we can have food particles pass through that opening that shouldn't be getting through there. We want those cells nice and tight together so this food stays in the digestive tract, gets broken down completely, and so that it's just the vitamins and minerals and essential components of the food that can be absorbed through those cells into our bloodstream. But when we have this opening, this gap between the cells, we now have food particles passing through those spaces and into our bloodstream where it shouldn't be at all. And so our immune system sees these food particles in the blood, and that triggers an alert because we shouldn't have food particles in the blood. So the immune system says, hey, you're not supposed to be here. We need to mount a reaction and get you out of here in case you're something really bad for the body. So when we have that reaction happen from the immune system, it triggers a cascade of different reactions and symptoms in the body that we then feel. So for a lot of people, we don't know what our food sensitivities are or what's irritating that system. And so there's different ways that we can investigate what our food triggers are. In the clinic, I use 3 different methods to do that for people. One is using the blood directly, so it's called an IgG food sensitivity test, where you go off to the blood lab, they take a sample of blood, and that gets analyzed with a number of different foods, and they look at how your immune system is reacting to those foods showing up in your blood. That lab then sends a report back to myself, and we sit down and look at that together and chat about the results and what we should do with that information, because that's the most important part, what to do with the information to move forward to feel better. Another option that we have is called electrodermal screening, and this is something that I personally do in the office for my patients. It's more of an energetic type test. So we're testing the electrical resistance of the skin, and we're seeing how it's influenced, how those readings are influenced by different factors. So we bring in a number of different foods into the circuit that we're creating and see how your body reacts to those foods being in there. So that's a simple one that we do right in the office. There's no needles or blood involved. And then our last option is looking at doing an elimination food routine. So this is where we take out of the diet the most common foods that irritate people, and we spend a time away from those foods, and then we slowly bring them back in one by one. And that's really the key to see how your body does with those foods and to see and analyze physically how you react to those. So a few different options that we have to investigate those food sensitivities. And I always love to pair that investigative work with some healing support as well, in terms of supplements, whether that's specific vitamins and minerals or some herbal products that are great to help ease the irritation in that digestive tract, help it to heal up, help those cells to get back together, so we can feel better and have a healthy functioning digestive system. So that was just a little tidbit about digestion and about food sensitivities. And again, congratulations on the step that you're taking to help improve your health. All the best.